Hi there, welcome to another painting tutorial. In this video we're going to paint a mushroom, so let's get started. And let's start with a fairly large brush. I have a size 6 filbert. And let's use a little bit of lemon yellow. I'm going to actually spray the canvas first. And I want a fairly watery mix of this yellow. And this is going to be a nice underpainting for the mushroom, and hopefully it'll show through when we add some of the red. So we'll just put that as a initial wash, and let's put it on this other mushroom as well. And I really love this lemon yellow. It's such a bright, beautiful shade of yellow. Okay, so now let's switch brushes. And I want to switch to a size 0 brush that is fairly stiff. And I'm going to add some dark values. And for that, we're going to use this raw umber paint. And let's put a little bit of lines around the leaves here. Coming down through the stem of the leaf. And then we'll do that to this leaf as well. Okay, and then let's put some of this dark value of the mushroom. I just want to kind of go along some of the lines of the sketch. And if you would like to get this sketch, you can just find it in the description linked below. Okay, and then I want to get fairly close to this area here to be pretty dark. Just kind of blend that darker paint a little bit. And then this part of the mushroom is going to be in a little bit of shade, maybe towards the bottom. Just kind of add some darker marks. I accidentally grabbed a black paint, but that's okay. It'll kind of mix into a gray. Okay, and add a little bit of brown to this little mushroom, kind of underneath for a bit of a shadow. Okay, so now let's add some red. So I'm going to switch back to my size 6 filbert. And I have this Brilliant Red. That's the name of the red shade, is Brilliant Red. And let's see if we can pop some of that into the mushroom. I'm thinking about the direction of form here, kind of curving over the edge. I can use the round part to kind of help me create those shapes that kind of poke over that edge. And then I'm getting quite a bit of water on my brush to help me kind of blend that in. And I do want to leave some of this yellow kind of poking through so I could get a damp brush and I can kind of lift some of the red. That's kind of a watercolor technique. And you can see how that helps some of the yellow kind of show through. But other than that, we're going to cover it fairly completely. Okay, and then this mushroom over here, we can add some red paint as well. So I have this transparent green light shade. Just going to add that in. And then I want to tone that down a little bit. So I'm going to take some of this raw sienna, mix it in with that green just to dull it. Then let's see if we can put that over this leaf. You can see how that really took it down, the saturation, and dulled it quite a bit, pretty effectively. Okay, and I'm going right on top of that darker brown because it's just going to be transparent enough to where it's going to show through, which is the effect that I wanted. Okay, so now I might add a little bit of a burnt sienna to the mushroom. I'm going to add that onto this one. Okay, and then I might add it onto the other mushroom. That's going to help give some more shadow and some more definition. So you can try to think about where your shadow is at this point, where your light source is coming from. Some of these areas here I might want to put in shadow to kind of build a little bit of form and shape in that area. Okay, and the smaller mushroom, he's not my focal point, so I don't have to add as much detail to him. But I'm going to take a damp brush and kind of blend this area right here in the middle. And then I might take more of a damp brush and just kind of lift to bring out some of that yellow. So next I'm going to add some color to the stems, and I'm going to use an opaque white. And I'm going to put that down on the stem of the mushroom. And you can see how that dark brown is showing through. Then I'm going to take a little bit of gray paint, just kind of streak that in, kind of add it as a little bit of a shadow as well, and then put some around the edge and add that color to this little guy. And I could also take some of this beige color that I have, kind of mix some of that in as well. And I'm going to lift that piece. You just want kind of a streaky look. And then let's take some opaque white, add a little bit of the beige to it, and then see if we can come out onto this area underneath where the gills of the mushroom are. See if we can kind of go in between those darker lines that we made previously. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of this burnt sienna, and I just want to put some around this edge just to kind of define the edge of the mushroom a little bit better around the top. Okay, and I need this red to come a little bit over the edge here. Okay, just kind of putting another layer of that red in some areas. Okay, and then let's put a little bit of, I'm going to take some burnt sienna, mix it with some green, and maybe take a little bit of the raw umber and see if we can get a darker shade of green, and then just kind of put that in some of these little spots of the leaves to give a little bit more form and definition to the leaves. Okay, so now for the last step, I want to add some kind of dots to the mushroom. And so I'm going to get, I have kind of a size 0 round brush here. I'm going to use that opaque white, titanium white. And let's see if we can get some nice white dots onto the mushroom. Okay, and you can do this fairly easily if you have a brush like this that just allows you to get dots very easily. Okay, and then we'll just do a few dots for the little mushroom. Okay, I might do some up here. Okay, so you could let those dry if you would like, and if you want to add a little bit of definition to those, you could take some gray paint and then just kind of go underneath with the gray paint. You'd probably want to let it dry first. But this gray paint underneath the little white dots can give you kind of a shadow effect and make them look a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay. All right, so I think we're going to call this painting complete. I hope you get to try it. It is a fun, quick exercise. So please give it a try and like and subscribe for more tutorials, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.